Thank you.
Okay, we are recording. Hello, everybody.
Yay. Hello.
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 All right, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
All my tabs are open. I'm went car shopping, so.
Fun.
Okay, so welcome to the call, everybody. Let's go here. Okay, Brittany and Bo, do you guys want to introduce yourself first?
Yes, really quick. Will you mute everyone? We can't do it because we're not admins.
Yes. Let's see. Everyone should be muted. I think everyone's muted. You're good.
Okay, cool. So, hello, friends. My name is Brittany, and yeah, I'm a full-time online entrepreneur. So
I thought you were gonna say mom.
full-time? No, I'm not.
Mom.
I'm not a mom. I'm a cat mom.
That's me.
Full-time online entrepreneur. This is what I do for my full-time job. I've been an aspiring entrepreneur for like 6 years, and then finally found this, which allowed me to actually leave my job and pursue something full-time online. So it's really incredible. I left my job in August, and now we're here.
And I'm Bo, for anybody that doesn't know. I have also been, I didn't know, I was an entrepreneur without knowing it. I just wanted a different way and didn't know it until I met this one. And through this, I was able to leave my job like 2 weeks ago. So now we're both like full-time online. That's why.
And it's the PJ pants.
The reindeer, well, they're actually elk. It's much more elegant. So yeah, we're just chilling, and that's kind of like a little background about us, and this is what we do. Go ahead, Allie.
Allie.
Tell us who you is.
Hi, I'm Allie. I am a full-time mom. I have a 1-year-old daughter. I have been basically trying to be an entrepreneur just like them for 4 years probably, and after finding this opportunity, it has allowed me to stay home full-time with our 1-year-old daughter. But yeah, I mean, I just like Brittany have tried all sorts of online opportunities, and none of them have really aligned with, I guess. Hi, like this says hi, everyone. Yeah, that's pretty much sums it up. Nothing too special.
Yes.
Awesome.
Alrighty. Brittany, you got this one.
Cool. Yeah. So if you're on this call, you probably know that we work with Kangen Water, which the maker of that is Enagic. So the company is called Enagic. They're a Japanese company. And if you don't know, Japan is like the most health-conscious, health-forward country ever. So yeah, pretty amazing. They've been around for about 50 years or over 50 years, I guess. They're an international company. We have like 25 offices all around the world. So the closest one to us is Seattle, which is pretty cool. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. And if you haven't heard of Kangen Water before, a lot of other people have. So Obama, Bill Gates, Kevin Hart, Steven Tyler, there's more I could go on, but there's actually a cool video too with Kevin Hart. And
yeah, he was on like some of you know like the Breakfast Club. It was one of those. I don't remember which one, but he was talking about how his skin's glowing from it and everything, and it was crazy to see.
Yeah. This
dude talking about this water.
So yeah, that's a little bit about Enagic.
Yeah.
And then a Kangen machine. So this is the actual machine itself. That's the one most of us have. It's called the K8. So these little guys are amazing. They're medical grade in-home water ionizer machines. So I know that sounds like a bunch of really fancy talk. What that basically means is that there are 7 different levels of custom pH water. And this water is rich in molecular hydrogen. So that is so incredible because molecular hydrogen actually acts as a powerful antioxidant in your body. So it comes into your cells. The cells of the water are actually small enough to fit into the cells of your body. And molecular hydrogen basically rinses off the free radicals and all of that, anything that is harmful to your body, essentially. So it's a really powerful antioxidant. So incredible because the water from bottled water or tap water, the molecules are actually not bioavailable for your body. So they do not fit in your cells and rinse out all of those free radicals. Whereas molecular hydrogen has been known to benefit virtually every organ of the human body. And that's straight from molecularhydrogeninstitute.com. So it's pretty incredible. There are over 68 different uses for the water in your home. So it can be anything from drinking water to your beauty toner to your laundry detergent, cleaning your counters, washing your wounds or your scratches or infections, or nasal rinse, eye wash, shampoo, conditioner, melatonin. Like, it just goes on and on. So it's really, really incredible.
And one thing I want to say too is a common misconception with these machines is that they're alkaline water, and that is not the main benefit.
Yes.
Because it's kind of being proven now that alkaline isn't as effective as initially thought. The major thing about this is the molecular hydrogen. Your body is able to absorb clean, pure water and more of it to hydrate you even deeper than anywhere else can, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other really fascinating thing about this machine, I'm super into the science. So if you're a sciencey person, definitely get out there and research molecular hydrogen and also ORP. So ORP is oxidation reduction potential. And that literally means that it's reducing the oxidation reduction in or the potential in our body. So something with a high rating on the oxidation reduction potential scale are things like Coca-Cola or Dasani, or the waters that you think are healthy for you, these bottled waters. The ORP rating is actually through the roof and tells us that they're really bad for you. But Kangen water has an oxidation reduction potential. And we all know that oxidation is not good, right? It's like leaving an apple out on your counter. It oxidizes, and that's why it turns brown. So that's quite literally what's happening inside of your body, but not when you drink Kangen water. And then the last thing is that it's a high ticket item, which means high commissions in return. So yeah, very abundant opportunity that we will go into.
Indeed.
Yay, thank you guys. So basically, this business is for anyone. Men, women, parents. Like, I'm a parent. This gal right here, her name is Claire. She started when she's 19. So basically right out of high school. And she's already a top earner in the business. We have obviously Bo and Brittany, and this is Shaylee and her husband, and then Lacey and her boyfriend. So really, it's for anyone. But yeah, and you just have to be 18 to start. And we have dads that are probably in their 50s that are starting. Just because
Bo's dad, actually.
Yeah, my dad's talking right now about.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
54, but you catch the vision, man.
Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, there's just the possibilities are endless, and it's never too late to go after your dreams.
Yeah, agreed.
So what is Breakaway Movement? A lot of people, Breakaway Movement and Enagic are completely different things. What Breakaway is it's our online platform and community of people that basically we work together and use this platform to promote Enagic and promote this amazing water. It started in August, Breakaway Movement did, by Amelia, and it now has over 900 people. They still need to update their website. Their website says 500. And all we do is, one of the big things they say is, why use social media to just scroll through things when you can use it to create things? So what's included with $33 a month is online courses, and do you guys even know how many there are now? There's got to be like over 20 courses now.
Something like that.
Anywhere between like accounting, like how to do your taxes and how to make your business an LLC, to Facebook ads, money mindset. And then every week we have a mastermind where we get to talk to and learn from top earners in the company. And not even, there's people that are just beginning that are taking the step and going on these calls. Sorry, my daughter wants my phone. But yeah, and then in the platform is where we learn more about this high ticket item. And another main thing is really on how to grow your social media, because that is basically the way of the future, and everything is just going to become online, I feel like. So
yeah, seriously. Cool. So how we market and promote the business. There are honestly several different ways to market and promote. So the main one that I do, we refer to as organic marketing. So I talk about the water here and there, but honestly, I promote the business opportunity and the financial freedom that it allows us so much, because that's something that I'm really passionate about. And so Bo and I love just getting on our stories and talking about how much money that we make, which sounds really
but
bad.
We're fucking stoked. We're people. Like, we're new
cool.
to this, and it's amazing.
Yeah, and like everybody loves money. You have to have money to live, and nobody has ever seen an opportunity like this where you can make so much money just per sale. Like, it's kind of crazy. And so that really catches people's eye. So that's a way to market. But there's also marketing to actual businesses, which is really successful. Businesses are catching on more and more, and they understand that Kangen water in their business means that they stand out against their competitors, especially in places like yoga studios, gyms, chiropractor offices, juice shops, massage therapists, cannabis growers are actually getting in on Kangen water because it reduces their need for pesticides. It's quite incredible. Yeah, so that's one way. And then another way is marketing through Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. And we refer to this as automated advertising. Because what you do with these platforms is set up an ad, basically. It runs 24/7, and you can target hundreds of thousands of people around the world. You don't have to reach out to people. There is no reaching out to your friends or family, and we do not do that here. So your business kind of just runs when you're sleeping. And leads come in. We often, when we run our ad, we check it in the morning. We might have gotten, 10 leads overnight, and then we just follow up with those people. And what's insane is, I mean, if you think about the numbers and the return on investment, if we reach 200 people in a month from our ad, which is on the smaller end,
That is,
and just 1% of those people went through with that, that would be 2 sales, and that would be over $8,000 for us.
When you spend for that, I don't know, $100.
Yeah, so pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, Allie, you're muted.
There we go. Sorry.
You're
Yeah,
good.
they kind of already covered the automated part, but I mean, one of these examples on here is I spent $100 a month, and in 2 days, I think it was probably the middle of the month, I made 2 sales and got $4,500 in 2 days.
Yeah, so incredible. And that was last month for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, so that $100 was well worth it. But I mean, obviously you can pick how much money you put into your ads, and if they're going really well, you can up it. And obviously our ads training goes over all that. So if you've never used social media before, you will be fully trained. Our courses are literally like a college degree.
Very in-depth, they are.
Yeah. But the nice thing is also with Breakaway Movement is you get automated links. So you get your own back office where leads can come in, and you have their name and their email, and basically their Instagram handle too. That anyone that uses your link, they are yours. So yeah, people can go through this whole process without actually talking to you. That's how automated it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll let you
Cool.
go.
Do you want me to take this one?
Yeah.
Okay, so how is it different than an MLM? I'm super passionate about this. I used to be in an MLM, actually. It was called Juice Plus for like 1.5 years, and it was the hardest thing ever. Allie and I were both in that together, actually. That was literally like 2 years ago, so it's so funny how times changed.
Yeah.
But we were struggling to make any money, and now we're over here being successful, and we both work full-time online. It's just crazy how things change. But anyways, so Juice Plus was an MLM because you had to have people underneath you in order for you to rank up and make money. So at the end of that 1.5 years busting my ass, I was only making like $700 a month residual commission.
Working like 50 hours a week.
Yeah, I was working
You were
constantly.
grinding.
Like I was grinding and not getting anywhere. And it's because the people underneath me weren't doing anything, and you needed that in Juice Plus. So over here, you literally don't need anyone underneath you to do anything. You can do this business 100% by yourself. You can have a $10,000 a month 100% by yourself. There are no yearly dues, inventory, paid samples, min or max quotas. You don't ever lose a rank, so you will never go backwards or have to hit a qualification to maintain, or have to hit a certain amount of sales to get your commission or anything like that. There's no team required to advance, like I was saying. So Analogic is actually direct sales. They're not multi-level marketing, which is what MLM is.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can make more than the people above you. So Allie actually makes more on her sales than I do on her sales. And you rank up based on points, not people, which is why you could completely do this by yourself, because you can get all the points in the world by yourself.
And I do want to say the reason this picture is in here is because we get a surprising amount of, is this a pyramid scheme? 1, no, those don't exist. Two,
Well, they do, but
they
they're not all
do.
businesses like
Yeah,
this.
but it's harder now with the feds watching everything. It's
Yeah.
harder to get that passed. So direct selling is $1 billion industry for one.
Well, it's like 232 billion or
Literally,
something.
that could not fly past the feds. But the cool thing about this business, like in the thing, it says you can make more than the people above you, which is unlike any job that we have all ever had in our whole lives. So that would mean that the manager can make more than the CEO. The people that I bring on would make, like Allie, last month from those 2 sales, she made $4,500, and she made more off those than we did because that was her direct sale.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
Yes.
And we'll touch on this more, but like, for example, it's the 8-point system. And so basically, eventually, Brittany will no longer make any money off of my sales.
Yeah.
So this kind of goes more into direct sales and how it's more similar to like a broker in a real estate. Our sales go over and down. They do not form a pyramid at all. If anyone knows anything about real estate, you know that you have a broker for your real estate company and the rest of them are realtors. And so that broker makes a commission. I'm not sure the exact amount, but the commission off of all the houses that the real estate agents sell or buy, help buy, I don't know. But yeah, so, and another thing is, like, Enagic does not pay for its marketing. Sorry, guys. Brittany, you want to take that?
Yeah. So Enagic doesn't actually pay for their marketing, which is why they're able to pay us out so much, because we are kind of the marketers for them. So you can't find a Kangen water machine in a Home Depot or, anywhere else that you would find a water filter. One, because they're way out of that league, and 2, because they just don't exist there. You have to go through an actual distributor. Just like if you are buying a house, you have to go through a real estate agent. You can't just Google house and just purchase one online. Like
Google. Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
You can't do that.
Anyways, Allie, will you flip it to the next screen for me? Cool. So our compensation plan is patented. So there's nothing else like it in the entire world. I don't know where else you ever earn $4,000 commission on a single sale. Like, if you know, hit me up because I might want to invest in that one too.
No shit.
Oh yeah, we already said that. 8-point payout. So based on your rank is how many points will be paid out to you. So for example, I am a 4A. I might be a 5A now. I'm not really sure. I might just have hit that. But anyways, I'm a 4A. So I earn 4 pieces of the pie, essentially. So we'll show you what that looks like on the next slide. Allie. There we go. Cool. So this is our 8-point commission system. So there's always 8 points of the pie to be paid out at any one time. So as a 4A on just the sale of a Kangen machine itself, I would earn $13.60. If you can see that there where it says 4A 20, it's a half of the pie. It says $13.60. Yeah. So that's just our K8. That doesn't include our trifecta, which is the most abundant way to start this business. We'll talk about that in just a second. This is kind of another little thingy that will show you just the
this just shows you the 8 points.
Yeah, thank you. Cool.
Yeah,
and
the power
do you want to do this one?
Sure. So the trifecta is another way to start the business. So you can start by just buying a K8, or you can start by buying a trifecta. So the trifecta consists of the K8, which is the water machine that we talked about earlier, the Anespo, which is a shower filtration system, which filters out all the bad chemicals and chlorine in shower water, which is disgusting. I didn't know I was actually showering in that. And then the Ukon, which is turmeric supplements, which is a anti-inflammatory pill, which also comes in a soap and a tea.
And the tea is amazing.
Bo drinks the tea every day.
So good. So good.
I've actually never tried the tea.
It's good. You got to try it.
But yeah, so the trifecta is very valuable because you basically double your commission from the very beginning. And you actually receive commissions off your own sale. But yeah, so you would technically fill your 2 1A lanes. So then your first sale would then bump you to 2A, and your first commission would be over $1,000 as your very first sale. So, and then another huge thing is, which we'll talk about later, but at this level, the 6A2-3, you can make a residual income for life. But in order to get that, you would technically have to make one direct sale every 6 months. But starting with the trifecta, your UConn will renew every 4 months, giving you 3 points, because each time it renews, it counts as 1 point. So you will never have to work again, because with that UConn renewing, that would count as your direct sale. So technically, if you get to this level, you could retire. So if I get
For
there,
literally ever, never work a day in your life again.
and that's on top of commissions, but we'll go over that later.
Yes, and the last thing I want to say on that slide too is the only 33 trifectas to get to 6A. So that is so powerful, because 6A, once you reach that, it's about $100,000 in commission. So you technically only need 33 sales in your entire organization to make $100,000. That's kind of insane. So 33 trifectas, like, that's so powerful, and that can be done through your whole team also, not just your direct sales. So I know someone who recently hit 6A, and she only ever made 6 direct sales. Like,
and they just got to work.
what? She made 6 sales and made $100,000.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So we can kind of see how, like, this would be if you start with the K8. This is just the examples of the commissions that you would make, and how many sales you would need to get to the next level. So yeah, kind of remember this in your mind, and then you can see starting with the trifecta, how those sales have gone up. So
Yeah, so if we look at just the 4A, with the trifecta, it's $2,260, and with the K8, it's $1,360. So it's $900 more
And
per
over
sale.
time, that difference adds up to tens, hundreds of thousands, depending on how long you're in the business.
Yeah, that's probably added up for Bonai to like over 10 grand so far.
Yeah, for sure.
and this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed it is.
Yeah. 6 months in.
So this is all basically the ranks after 6A. So a lot of people typically, on average, hit 6A between their first 6 to 12 months of starting the business. And like they said, I've heard it's about $100,000 to $150,000 a year is at your 6A. So, I mean, you can, as you rank up, this is the big, the rank I was talking about, the 6A2-3. On top of this bonus, $25,000 bonus, you will then receive $5,000 a month for life that you can then pass down to your children, that they can pass down for their children, as long as your account is open. So like I said, you have to make one direct sale every 6 months to keep this money coming to you. But if you start with the trifecta, your UConn will allow you to do that. So if I make this in 5 years and I can retire fully at 35 years old, I'm set for life. And
Yes.
on average, people who are at this rank make about $450,000 a year on top of that $5,000. So.
Yeah, because you just have so many sales going through at that point in your organization that it's just, you don't have to do anything.
Right.
Amazing. So, Bo.
The quad. So there are multiple options to start with. Obviously the K8, because you have to have the water machine to be able to talk about and be an advocate for the water. The trifecta is another. And then I started with the quad, which is the next level up. And it is similar, but a little bit different. You still get the K8. You still get the Anespa showerhead. The UConn is a year supply paid at once rather than the split in 4 months. And then you have the option, but we went with the JR2, which is a little bit older of a model for the Kangen water machines, which we are giving away. So that's been really cool. But the cool thing about the quad is that unlike the trifecta, which your first sale is $1130, this boosts it up to where my first sale under me was $1655. So I made $500 extra for an initial investment, a little bit more of an upfront initial investment. And over time, that slight boost of money, well, 500 isn't slight, but over time, that's going to add up again to tens and hundreds of thousands eventually.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about this too is with the trifecta, you get a kickback of like, I think it was $385
$380
for a check. And on mine, I made over $1,000 on commission on my sale alone. So I went in, made the investment, and then got $1,000 back on top of making 500 extra per sale am able to put through.
Forever. 500
Forever.
extra forever.
And we don't even know, this is pretty new, so we're going to see it might go up over time, but 500 minimum over 10 sales is $5,000 extra.
Yeah.
And that's only 10 sales. We're planning on making thousands. So it's like over time, you know, it's not for everybody, but if your heart is on fire and you are surefire, like sure to shit going away that you know, is going to be a change and different from the flock. This is definitely something to look into, and I'm glad that we went through with this because
the quad is for sure the most abundant way to get started.
Obviously, this is probably all very confusing to you guys, but we just wanted to like share with you what the possibilities are, and we'll answer any other questions. By the way, if you have any as we're talking, just go ahead and put them in the chat, and we can answer them at the end.
Yeah, for sure. So the 4A hack. So I kind of want to explain a little bit about this, and it's not going to make a ton of sense, but all you need to know basically is that when you hit 4A, so after you've made 21 group sales, which I hit Caitlin, we will cover that right after this in 2 slides. So can you please send the slides? I'm going to let Allie, I don't know, Allie, are we able to send the slides to people after this?
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Cool. Okay.
Do you want them right now or afterwards?
Probably just after, since you're a little busy. Have to leave a little early. Thank you so much. Yeah, no problem.
This is
okay. So
watch it later.
Cool. Yeah, that works. Going very quickly, trying to write things down. I'm so sorry. I'll try to talk a little bit slower. And if you have any questions, just connect with whoever sent you, and then yeah, we can answer them from there. Okay, so 4A hack. So basically, you hit 4A once you make 21 direct sales, which is technically, because the trifecta is worth 3 points, or 3 sales, that's technically 7 trifectas. So after you sell 7 trifectas, you're eligible to do what's called a 4A hack. And this is what Bo and I did. So once I hit 4A, we said, okay, cool. So I started with a trifecta, hit 4A, we said, okay, cool, let's open Bo up with a quad sale in my 4A lane. So basically all you need to know is that we sold Bo a quad. So from that quad sale, I earned, what did I earn in commission?
It was like 31 something, wasn't it?
I earned like 3,100, somewhere in there. And Bo earned that previous amount that we just said about the quad. Yeah, 1,025. So we earned over $4,000 back on his sale. And now we stack every single sale under Bo. And so Bo earns a check and I also earn a check.
And that's how we make around 4K per sale.
Yeah. So super incredible. You can do the 4A hack with a family member, a friend, a partner, you know, anyone that kind of like wants to do this with you that obviously you share finances with or want to split them with or something like that. But it's such an incredible thing to do because I went from making $2,200 per sale to over $4,000 per sale.
Yeah, so my husband will probably be joining me hopefully this month actually. So then we will receive double.
Yep.
Nice.
So a lot of people, I feel like I even face this a little bit. My husband was like, is this another one of your MLM things? So as far as skeptical family members, friends, my dad still thinks I'm crazy type of thing. The best advice I've ever received is don't take advice from people you want to trade places with. So if you have your friend Nancy over there telling you that you're crazy, why would you invest this in a business? Look at Nancy's life and what is Nancy doing? Is she trying to better herself? Is she taking control of her life and going after really what her dreams are? Yeah, that's the biggest thing is don't care what others think. This is your life. You got to do what's good for you.
Yeah.
People, society is telling us that we have to work until we're, what is it now? It's almost like 70 now. And then you can retire. And then you can go travel if you have the money saved up to go do that. But why can't I do that now? I guess that's my way.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. Absolutely. So we had a couple questions come in. I'll address those at the end. But yeah, as far as this slide goes, I really do think that like great people never are just normal. Like the greatest people in our history don't just sit and follow the crowds. Like they stand out, they do different things. And how many people do you think look at them and be like, oh, you're crazy, or oh, what are you doing? Oh, that's not going to work, all this stuff. Like look at Oprah, who got like I don't even know her story, and I always use it as her story, but everyone knows it, so I'm like, you know what I'm talking about. With Oprah, where she got like fired from the freaking newscast or whatever it was or something like that, but she kept going because she believed in herself. But I guarantee you, she had so many skeptical people around her that were like, don't do that. And now look at how great Oprah is versus the people that were telling her don't do it. Because I guarantee you, they didn't move much, and Oprah's moving mountains out here. So she's giving mountains away out here, honestly.
No shit.
But yeah, I mean, and also, we're not here to convince you. So, I mean, we're just here sharing the information and sharing how to make a lot of money, basically. And if you want to take our advice, awesome. If you don't, we don't care. We're not going to convince you. And no one in this business is probably going to convince you.
Yeah, 100%. If you're sitting here right now and this isn't for you and you're like, oh, this is dumb or whatever, then we totally invite you to leave, because we love it and we think it's great. And there are tons of people out there that think it's great. So we don't need convincing the ones that don't get it. So, yeah. So.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, okay. Financing options. So the person who just asked how much is the initial investment. So the K8 initial investment is $4,900. You would have seen that on the previous slides. The trifecta, which is the K8, the Anespa, and the Ukon, is right about $9,000. So it depends on what your like tax is, because Bo and I actually don't pay tax because we live in Oregon. But it ends up being anywhere from like $8,500 to like $9,700 or something if you have high taxes. So that's for the full trifecta, and that's when you get that initial return of $1,130. The quad, it depends on what quad options you go with, because there's a lot of different options, but that can range anywhere from like $11,000 to, I mean,
ours was around 12.
Ours was around 12, but you could do it up to even like 15. I don't know. We didn't go that big, but yeah. So that one kind of ranges just depending on what you want to do, and obviously the higher you go, the higher initial return you get as well. But for that $12,000 initial investment, Bo and I make $1,655 off his sales to begin with. He'll tap out at just over $4,000 per sale, and I will tap out with the trifecta at just over like $3,500 per sale. So financing options, obviously, I don't really know anyone personally that has $9,000 just laying around. They're like, cool, take my money. So what we did when we started, for my trifecta, I put it on a credit card. I was lucky enough to have the available limit on my credit cards, and I said, screw it, I'm going for it. And now I'm so glad I did. But so that's one of the ways. Oak Tree Lenders is another way. That's a company that we're partnered with in Breakaway Movement, and they are just a personal / business loan company. They're generally easier to get approved for. So that's another way. Financing through a Enagic is another way. That does require a little bit of a down payment. And then if you are a student, like in Europe or something, I know that you can kind of bundle it into your student loans. So yeah, it kind of just depends. There's a lot of different financing options, and they range anywhere from like $100 a month to $300 a month. So really it's kind of just like a small car payment or something, but yeah.
And some people, I'm probably just sure I didn't get to see all your faces when we told you the actual investment. I'm sure you guys were like, what the heck?
Yeah, they're like, what are you psychos doing?
But I would just like to say that my husband decided it'd be a cool idea to go to chiropractor school and get us in $200,000 of debt. So, and I started with that much debt, and I had lost my job. So, and I started with the trifecta. So if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like the best route is to go with the 0% interest credit card. We actually have a whole list of credit cards to pick from, because for the instance, the one I picked is Chase Freedom, and technically credit cards can't see or find out how much you actually make. So you were really able to, like, I'm pretty sure I told him I made like $75,000 a year.
I always pad mine a little bit too.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they tell you in the video to say $90,000.
That's so funny.
But yeah, so then, and I don't have to pay interest for 15 months. So, and I'll have my trifecta paid off before 15 months. I should have it paid off. Probably.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so crazy because people really like, sometimes people are like, holy shit, $9,000. But they like understand the financial return. But it's like hilarious to me because people will go out and drop like $30,000 on a car, and like your car is an investment for sure, but it doesn't give you any money back. Like my car just literally takes money from me, you know, like,
right.
And this like gives you money back. So I don't know. It's it's an
It's a different
investment.
mode
It's
of
a business
thinking.
investment,
Yeah.
you
I
know?
don't think about it is if you're going to open up a yoga studio or a juice bar, what's the investment for that, you know?
Yeah, seriously.
So
Yeah,
And
you
if
don't
if you haven't thought about this in this way before, then I would advise to start. Otherwise, you're going down the employee forever path.
right.
And
You
that
can't
is-
start a business without investing.
Right.
Like
any
ever,
entrepreneur
anywhere.
knows that to make money, you have to invest money.
Yeah. And generally, the more you invest, the more you make, if
True.
it's a good business.
So I know a lot of people ask all the time is like, what do you actually do all day? Fortunately, Brittany, Bo, and I are all able to stay home and do this full time. So we kind of wanted to just give you an idea of what we actually do. So for me, my day pretty much revolves around my daughter. So I try and every morning I am checking emails and Instagram messages from leads and checking my ads. That is my main priority. Those are my money making tasks, I guess. I could not think of the word. And then throughout the day, I'm just talking to people and sharing the business. And then on Mondays, we have a kind of that mastermind that we talked about earlier. And so just making that a priority. I think I maybe work 2 hours a day, spread out throughout my day. Yeah, and other than that, I'm able to take my daughter wherever she wants, and I can sit on the couch and watch a Christmas movie like I did today. And not a lot of people can say that, but I enjoy freedom. And a huge thing that our family is working on is we're hoping by this spring that we're currently selling our house, and then by this spring we're hoping my husband can quit his full-time job, and we are going to start traveling full-time and join that van life. So
Yeah.
Woo!
so
Fun.
that's kind of our goal. What about you guys?
Our goal or our day in the life?
Or day in the life, sorry.
Okay. I mean, yeah, our day in the life. Usually we wake up around 8:30 or 9. We are not super morning people. And we've been on that celery juice game. So we make celery juice in the morning now. We just kind of hang out.
Wake up slow.
Yeah, it's new for us to have both of us retired. I have been for a couple months, but Bo is going on week 2?
This is my second week. Yep.
Yeah, leaving his job. So it's definitely new to have us both around 24/7. And we're kind of like, oh my gosh, what do we do with our day? Because work only takes up 2 or 3 hours of it. But yeah, for working, we're just kind of getting back to leads, answering any questions, following up with people. Honestly, just staying active on our social media is kind of the biggest thing. That's probably I hate this term because we used it in our previous MLM type thing, but the highest paying activity is just being on your social media and just sharing your life. And that doesn't mean business every day because that's annoying, right? Nobody wants to be that person that's sharing about the business every single day, but just sharing about your life and who you are and what you're passionate about and what lights you up. That really goes so far with getting people to be interested in what you're doing in life. So then when you do talk about the business, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, people are like, oh, well, what are you doing? So yeah, I kind of just rambled there, but that's a
No,
day
that
in
was
life.
it.
The nice thing is Brittany and I both have made literally an entire spreadsheet and we give it to our leads, or not our leads, but anyone that signs up, and then we're like, here is what you need to succeed. We literally hand it to you. And
Yeah.
so it's basically, we literally tell you what you need to be doing every day to succeed in the business.
Yeah.
And if you follow those steps, I have not met one person who has not seen success.
Yeah, literally.
So,
Amazing.
the big thing is that Breakaway Movement does the retreat. So another huge thing, which I forgot to mention in the last call, but this is a tax write-off. And also ads are a tax write-off.
Oh, yeah.
So Breakaway Movement retreat. So Breakaway Movement started in August, and this October, they just had their Maui retreat. So I think it was 200 people from all over the world came to Maui and did yoga, breath work. They had vegan food. I mean, it was crazy. Unfortunately, we weren't able to be there, but they just announced the next one in May will be in Bali. So I will definitely be at that one. They haven't given out all the details of that one yet because they just announced it. But I know pre-sale tickets come open on Monday the 9th. And last time they literally sold out in 30 minutes. So they're probably going to sell pretty fast, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Will you just tell her I'm in the bathroom if it comes up?
She said to tell you she's in the bathroom if it comes up.
Thanks, Brittany.
I had to pee.
So that's what she's doing.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry, guys. Drinking a lot of water. Okay, anyways. So next step. So if this really resonates with you, definitely contact the person who sent you here, whoever sent you the link, and ask them any questions that you have. Obviously, you can ask them here as well. And then after that, the next step would be signing up for Breakaway Movement. So I think people get this confused. They think that signing up for Breakaway Movement is like the end all be all, like you're in, you're doing it. That's honestly just you going through all the training and getting even more info than this and really learning the ins and outs. And then if you want to invest in a Kangen machine or a trifecta or a quad, you do so after signing up for Breakaway Movement. So after you sign up, you go through.
That's also completely refundable.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It is. 30-day refundable. So going through the questionnaire is the first thing you do after you sign up. And then you schedule a call. And the questionnaire is just super easy. It's like stuff about your life. Then you schedule a call with your advisor, which in this case is either going to be Allie or myself. And then we give you kind of next steps, answer any questions you have. If you're ready to affiliate with Enagic, which basically just means get an Enagic machine, then you do that through one of the financing options that we kind of help you with. And then after that, you have what's called like your distributor ID. You can start making sales. Allie and I send you an onboarding document with all of the next steps, as well as add you into like a Facebook Pro group where we all kind of hang out and talk and run calls and whatnot. And give you all the tools you need to make the money.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, so questions. Let's go through the chat real quick. And then anyone can ask. So what would it be? Okay. If you sell to your parents or boyfriend, do they also have to sell your, what's that word? Inaugural?
Sell for Enagic, I think.
Oh, Enagic to get double commission. So what it is basically are you talking about the 4A, Hannah?
I think she was, yeah. It came in around that time.
Okay, so what it is basically, I'll just use Bo and Brittany, for example. So Brittany started the business, right? And then when Brittany hit 20 sales, she was ready to open up her 4A lane. So then she basically sold to Bo. Bo bought from Brittany, basically. So now they stack, whether it's Bo or Brittany, whoever makes a sale, they stack their sale under Bo. So then Bo then receives a check, and then Brittany then receives a check. And eventually, when Bo hits basically 6A, Brittany technically won't be receiving any of that commission.
I'll receive 2A. We'll always receive like all 8 points because of the way that we're stacked.
Oh, that's true, yeah. But you just put it in the family, so then you just receive double.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes into why you would want to share. There was another question.
Gabby's question, yeah.
If you have to share funds with the person, because that way it all goes into one pool and you benefit from the double commission. Otherwise, like if it was, your dad and he's doing his thing, like my dad, he's going to make his commission, I'm going to make mine. But the reason that it's so special when you live with somebody is because those are now one pool.
Yeah,
so
$2,000
becomes $4,000 rather than each person making 2.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I know a really awesome thing that a gal named Taryn in the business did. When Taryn started, Taryn put her mom above herself. So, and then basically it was like her mom sold Taryn a trifecta, or I think she even started with the machine. And then every sale that Taryn made, her mom received a check also. So
yeah,
she was able to make her mom to 6A, and her mom had only made one sale, and that was to her daughter, Taryn.
These are good questions. So the first one that came through, can you go over the sales system again, like the group sales? Allie, will you go back to the group sales slide? One of those slides.
1 second. I have a question to me. So as for tax write-off, so like a tax write-off will be like the retreat, ads. Honestly, like if you had to extend like your Zoom thing, like because I know Zoom only lets you do like 30 minutes or 45 minutes unless you pay for it monthly, that would be a tax write-off. So
Also, your phone bill, your internet bill, if you're like, we have an office in our house, so the square footage of our office rent, which is good, I don't know, probably like $200 or something, we can write that as a tax write-off. Whoa. My laptop, when we buy that, will be a tax write-off. Anything that you use for business is a tax write-off.
Yeah, so Breakaway Movement, that $33 a month is a tax write-off.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's go over the sales system again. So group sales, so let's see.
And then,
Are we talking about this one?
Yeah, that'll work. I think I just want to explain maybe the ranks and stuff to her.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we'll start with 1A. Okay, so 1A on the far left side, it says 1 to 2 sales. So technically when you start with a trifecta is 3 different parts. So those 3 machines and the little box that you see up there. So when you sell yourself the trifecta, you immediately have 3, well, technically 2 sales because you buy one from your sponsor and then you sell yourself 2. So you have 2 sales. So on your very next sale, that makes you 2A because then you're at 3 to 10 sales. So if you sell a trifecta, then that's another 3 to that 2. So that makes 5. So that puts you between that 3 to 10 sales. You're immediately a 2A and you're making $1,130 commission. The next one from there is 3A. That's 11 to 20 group sales. You're making $1,695. And so 12 sales, for example, would be 4 trifectas because 12 divided by 3 is 4. So on and so forth. So right now, I think I still don't know if I'm between 4A, 5A, if I hit 5A. I don't know. I could have hit 5A today. Don't know. But so let's just say I'm 5A. So that means that I've made 51 group sales. So I'm now earning $2,825 on my sales. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. It's a little bit confusing.
I don't know if you said this, but like group sales. So that would be like, so right now I'm directly underneath Brittany. So if I made a sale, Brittany, that counts as one of Brittany's.
Yes. So Allie, that's a good point. Thank you. So Allie has made like, I don't know, Allie's like 3A. So she's made somewhere between that 11 and 20 sales. So a portion of my 51 sales has actually been from Allie's 11 to 20 sales, if that makes sense. I have not done all 51 of those by myself.
And that was a question of how many.
But like we said, this is only for 8 points. So eventually Brittany will not, I mean, yes, my sales will count, but she will eventually not receive commission off of them.
Yeah.
So.
But that'll be a sec.
Okay, so do you think it's sketch to use multiple credit cards to finance the trifecta? Is that allowed? Yes, that is allowed. I actually have a girl that did that. So it's definitely not.
Yeah. That's what we did for Bo's quad, actually. We put, because Bo doesn't have that high of a credit limit, and so we had to use some of my credit cards and some of his credit cards, so you can split each piece up. So you could literally do like $3,000 on one card, $2,000 on another card, and then the remaining on a personal loan or whatever. You can split it up however you want. So really cool. What's next? So how many times have your sales been just a direct sale as opposed to people joining the team? Haha, fancy haircuts to maintain a high business appearance or tax write-offs. I wish. Okay, so how many sales have been just a direct sale as opposed to people joining the team? I think you're asking like how many sales have been just to people that want a water machine and they don't want to do the business at all. That's really not what Bo and I market to, so we haven't ever made one yet, but we haven't also tried. We've never gone to a business or anything. The way that we market is truly, honestly, about the money because we love that and are passionate about it, and people are more willing to spend $9,000 when it makes them a financial investment back than they are to spend $9,000 when they don't make any money back from it and it's just for their health. So
people care more about money than they do their health, which is sad, but that's kind of how our world is, you know?
Yeah, but with that, there are definitely, hey, Allie, will you put it back on our faces?
Yes. So stop sharing.
Yeah. Cool. Yay. So there are definitely people out there who have sold to restaurants or yoga studios or juice bars mainly, and that's kind of the main way that they market. But with Breakaway Movement, like, I don't know, I think that for us, one of the most powerful ways has been doing it on social media. We haven't even really tapped in yet to going to restaurants and businesses. Although we have found a couple that we're like, ooh, we want to try to sell to them, but yeah, haven't got there yet. And then the next one, do you think that most of your sales come from other businesses or individuals? Oh, perfect. Yeah. So we kind of just went over that. It's definitely individuals. Yeah. Cool. I think you actually just answered my question. Awesome. Does anyone else have any questions?
I found Allie. I got one. Hold on. I found Allie through an ad, and I have more interest in the health than the money because I just haven't reached the abundance mindset yet. That's okay. That's awesome, though. I mean, you're like 1 in a million because most people like don't care about their health, which is a sad realization.
Yeah. Most people prioritize their money over their health, but I think that's really cool that whoever that was is just interested for health reasons, because the fact that you're willing to invest in your health like that is something that most people don't have. So that's really cool. And then the next question was, so if I'm 2A and I get 2 points, the person above me gets 6.
If they're 6A.
If they're 6A, yes.
So, like, for example, Brittany right now is 4A, Brittany right now is 4A. So if I make a sale, Brittany gets 4 points of my sale.
So you're 3A, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're 3A, I'm 4A, so Allie will get 3 points, I'll get 4 points, and the person above me will get 1 point, because that would be 8 total.
Yeah. To offering resources for digital marketing, best practices for us. Yeah, so as far as like, we have an entire Google Doc that has Instagram stories that you can use, and like that people keep making that you can use for your Instagram story. And we also have, I don't know if any of you've watched videos yet, but we also have videos that are made to explain the compensation plan. And like, if you're good at making this stuff, they're always looking for creative people to help create content.
Yeah, we have a girl in our community, her name is Taryn, and that's like one of her main roles is making Instagram slides for all of us to utilize, as well as like the weekly calls we have to give you new content and new stuff, and just like stuff to talk about and keep you excited and whatnot. And then with the automation that exists in Breakaway Movement too, that makes it honestly so easy on you, because your only job is getting people into Breakaway Movement and signing up for Breakaway Movement. After they sign up, they get the entire information of what the trifecta is and how to finance it and all of that. So really it's just like you get them in there and the automation takes care of that part for you.
Sorry, my daughter's yelling at me.
Cool. Does anyone else have any questions or, yeah. I think we're good.
Yeah, so the next step, if you, go ahead, Brittany.
Yeah, I got you. So the next step, yeah, if this resonated with you, then definitely contact the person who sent you this link and connect with them, ask any questions that you have. You can also connect with Allie or myself, because anyone who sent you this link is part of myself or Allie's team. And ask us any questions. And, oh wait, that was another one that just came through actually. What is your best recommendations for making your first sale if you aren't interested in posting actively on Instagram? Yeah, that's a good question. That would be the automation then. You'd probably want to use automated ads to target people so you don't have to post all the time on Instagram, but you do have to keep in mind that they're going to be coming back to your Instagram and finding you there. So you want it to look somewhat presentable. If you're not interested in doing it the Instagram way at all, you can definitely just market to yoga studios, juice bars, restaurants, etc., etc. So that would be a little bit different of a ball game that honestly I can't touch on that much, because like I said, Bo and I have not done that.
You can also run ads on Facebook through Facebook and stay on Facebook.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, and well, the nice thing is these ads can go to the Breakaway Movement platform through your link, and so they can just go straight to the platform and watch what's from there, or they can go to your email. So you could be talking to them through email also, and just have ads running.
Yep.
Yeah, that's so true. I didn't think of that. Thank you for that. So you don't necessarily have to be as active on Instagram all the time. If that's not your thing, then you would just kind of go a different route with marketing. And let's see, I think there was one more. Very informational chat. Thank you for all your time. Yes, thank you for coming. Thank you for explaining more today.
The Instagram thing real quick. Like,
yeah,
you definitely don't have to like be posting 2 times a day. Like,
yeah,
I literally post 3 times a week and it's just random stuff. Like,
yeah,
I try and do something on my story, like probably 3 times a week, just more about the business. But yeah, we're not saying that you have to literally constantly be on social media. It's just checking it once or twice a day.
Yeah, we honestly, I do not do pretty much any business related posts on my actual feed. I keep that all just my life. And then my story is business, maybe like 2 to 3 times a week. I try not to keep it too much, but I get excited sometimes. But yeah, cool. I don't want to keep this going forever. Okay, wait, we got one more. How long does it usually take for the machines to get to you once you order them? Like 2 weeks max, I would say. Our Nespa was on back order when we ordered it, so it took a little bit longer, but I think we got our K8 and our Yukon within a week.
I had a girl that signed up from Spain, which is another thing. I have a girl from Spain and from France, so you can literally reach people from all over. I was just on the phone with a girl from Portugal yesterday, which is kind of weird. We were both like, what is happening right now? But yeah, and the girl from Spain received hers in 3 days.
Dang, that's quick.
Yeah.
She must be close to her office.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Cool. Well, definitely, like we said, connect with the person that sent you here. Join Breakaway Movement through the link in their bio if you're ready to sign up and learn more. It's $33 per month, and then we take you through all of the steps. And yeah, thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, we hope to see you all inside of Breakaway Movement.
Bye.
Bye.